Hello beautiful people of the multiverse, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tiara. Today I'm just going to take you along with me on the process of editing and sending in my passport photos for my passport renewal. But before I get into that, I just wanted to just catch up for a little bit and just have a little bit of a girl talk and just catch up on life. I recently applied to become a flight attendant. I don't know, it just happened. So basically I was looking for jobs just for some extra money. A little backstory, if you've seen my other videos, I do acting and modeling and commercials here and there, but the industry has been shut down for a little minute and hopefully it'll be back soon. In the meantime, I have not been able to work on set, which is where I usually am employed, just because it's an environment where I can make some good connections. I've been doing that for the past 3 or 4 years, and then also working part-time and doing my acting in commercial gigs. So basically these past 5 months have been really crazy. I have not been able to do the work I usually do, so I have been working part-time in retail again, and it has its challenges, but it's been good to me so far. It's just I have been feeling really kind of in a weird transitional space where I am in a job where I'm surrounded by younger people, and as I'm getting older I feel like I need to start making some moves. I need to grow up. So I don't want to get too emotional or deep into it, but I just been really slacking with my goals lately. I haven't been doing the things I enjoy anymore. I have been feeling a little lost, and I've just been rethinking my life and my career. Lately I've just been thinking about having a career path that's a little bit more not stable, but secure, and something that I can work towards, somewhere I can grow. I'm just kind of a free spirit. I don't like to feel tied down, especially in a place where there is no growth, and working part-time in retail, that's typically what it is unless you go to full-time and then actively pursue management jobs, and that takes a long time sometimes. And I really just don't think that that's in my path. So I was just looking for other jobs because I've been thinking more about doing some clerical work and just kind of getting my footing, deciding what direction I might want to go in. I saw the job listing for a flight attendant and I applied because it sounds like an amazing opportunity. I've known multiple flight attendants and they love the job and have recommended it to me. I never saw it for myself because I was so focused on acting and working on set and being in that film environment. But I guess the reality is job security is an illusion, and that's a pretty heavy reality to come to. I also have heard that the process takes multiple tries and it takes months, and the training is a month, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm just in a place in my life where I need real goals that I could work towards, and so I just feel like it's aligned for me to maybe pursue other opportunities. And I think that becoming a flight attendant would be an awesome opportunity to pursue. Who knows? I sent in my application on a whim and I went to take the assessment. I got my assessment results back, and that's as far as I've gotten so far, and I believe the application is still up if you're interested. If you're applying to, thumbs up hopefully, and subscribe. As I move along in the process, I want to keep updating, and whether I make it very far or not, I really feel that this is something that I want to do at some point, and to at least try and test myself and see if I like it and just try. So I started that process, and right now I'm just waiting to hear back. Hopefully it works out for me. I tried to shoot this video another time, and I was kind of just getting really emotional just about where I am in my life, and I had been working on commercials. I haven't seen the money from those commercials yet, so it can be without any additional work on set to supplement my income. It's very stressful, and I don't like to be in a space where when I'm auditioning or looking for a gig that I feel desperate, because I really do believe everything aligns for your highest good. And so being in my mid to late 20s now, I just don't want to approach this topic in an emotional state. I am in a space in my life where I do want to make positive changes for myself and grow as a woman and grow as a person, and challenge myself. I do feel like this kind of job would be an amazing challenge for me and something that I'm gonna be working towards. So whatever updates I have for this process, I will keep you guys updated, especially if anyone out there is also trying to take on this career path. I haven't heard anything yet, and it's kind of nerve-wracking because I do really want this, but it gives me time to really get my priorities together and get my savings straight before I jump into a whole new career field that I really have no experience or preparation. I can't really prepare for. So that's just some background on what's going on with me and my life. Just waiting and hoping for the film industry to open up, trying to get into the flight attendant career path, working part-time and being completely exhausted, and just trying to get back into a creative space where I'm more open to sharing and where I'm more open to creating. So that's been my update on life. Let me know in the comments how you're doing, how you're feeling. If you are in your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, and just confused and like lost, just feel free to leave a comment on where you are in your journey, because life is hard. Because life is crazy and it has no manual, and everybody projects that they're doing so great, but you really don't know what's going on with people, and that's about it. But anyway, to keep this video somewhat short, I'm just gonna go straight into my process for taking my photos, editing my photos, how I printed them, and then what I had to get together for the passport renewal process. I have to get my passport renewed so that if I get further along in this flight attendant process, that I'm prepared to reach training, which is multiple steps away, but you never know, so it's better safe than sorry. At the end of the video, I will update you with how everything went and let you know how the renewal process is going, and give me a comment or a thumbs up if you would like me to just keep you updated on my flight attendant journey as well, and pray for me. But anyway, that's enough background on my life and what's going on with me. Let me know what's going on with you, and let's just go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so this was my first setup and it really did not work for me. I did not give myself enough room in the background, so I just went to my self-tape studio in the another room in the house and took my pictures there, and I'll attach some of the pictures and how they turned out so that you could see them. But yeah, I don't recommend doing a selfie. I recommend using a high quality camera if you have one, and having someone else take your photos, because that's what I eventually had to do because I just was not liking the selfies. And I'll show you some of the selfies versus the pictures I had taken for me. Alright, so I got my hair as straight as I possibly could. I took a couple of different photos. I'm gonna edit them and then see which ones I like the best to send in and finish my paperwork. So I'm gonna just include maybe whichever one that I decided that I wanted to go with, and then I'll show you guys the whole editing process and what websites I use to edit and cut the photo and then get it together to be sent out, because I'm trying to get this done today, but it's probably not today. Like, I'm probably gonna try to get it sent out tomorrow, and I have to do the paperwork. So okay, so just really quick for anyone who is also trying to hurry up and renew their passport, the typical renewal time takes around 10 to 13 weeks for just standard renewal, and that's just from the routine processing, which includes, you know, you shipping it there and them shipping it back. For expedited, it's additional fees and it'll take 7 to 9 weeks. And you could find all of this info on the U.S. Department of State's website. It's travel.state.gov, and that's where I went to just find out all the information, and they have it all really nicely just sourced for you. to go through. So just make sure you follow that really closely. Okay, for the editing part, I use Canva, but you could also use iOS, the new iOS feature. If you long hold your picture and you did take a picture on your iPhone, it should give you an option to like do a cutout and cut out the backdrop of that photo. For me, I just think it's easier to use Canva, but I do have like the Pro version, so I'm using one of the Pro tools, which is BG Remover, and that'll just take out my gray background. I'm just putting it as an overlay on top of a plain white background, and then I'm just cropping the photo and making it a little bit bigger just so it's cropped into the shoulders. And from there I just go ahead and name it, save it, and download the file. Alright, and then after that you want to go to ID Photo for You. Make sure that it's clicked to Passport and Visa, which it should be. You're going to go ahead and choose the file that you already edited, and then go ahead and read all of those policies and their agreement before you confirm, and go ahead and upload. There are other sites you could go to too that cost money. This one's free, and I'm already paying for expedited service fees, so I just went ahead and used this free one. You can adjust the contrast and brightness, and then you're going to want to line up the top rectangle with the top of the head, and then the bottom one with the chin. It says all the instructions on the site for you, so it's super easy. And then after that, you have your file. You just kind of have to wait for a minute for it to go ahead and load, and then you're going to just want to go ahead and download it and save it to your computer. And there you are. There you have it. And if you use the site, do not forget to delete your file from the server before you exit out. And once you have your file, you're just going to go ahead and save it to a thumb drive that you could take to your local Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart. Anyway, I have my passport application. Yeah, so I have my passport, the check, I have my documentation. I just need to attach my photos, so I'm going to go print my photos from CVS. Alright y'all, so I went to CVS's Kodak kiosk. I went to print enlargements, and since you already have the grid, do a 4x6. I did do no border and print in seconds, so that means the quality isn't going to be as good, but that's okay because I'm trying to get it done really fast. I went and clicked USB, which I have my little thumb drive USB, my little piglet, and you go ahead and click the photo. I just made sure I only had that photo up there and let it print. Alright, and then I went and took it to the office section just so I could take a ruler and measure just to make sure that I did this right, and it is a 2x2, so we are all good. Okay, so now while I'm in the car, I got my prints. I did 4x6, I believe. 4x6, but I already had it in Word format so that it was the 4x4. It's not super clear because I got like that, but I'm gonna cut it and staple it to my application. I'm gonna just focus and do this, but then we're gonna go to the post office and send it in. Okay, so I'm back. It's been a couple days because I had to work, but I did finish my whole application. I sent it in at USPS, which is where you're supposed to send it out. And y'all, we need to pay these postal workers. we need to pay these postal workers more because they just be having an attitude, and I'm not really trying to deal with that. And I just feel like if we paid people more for their stressful jobs, maybe they would enjoy it. There's just a lot of extra. I went at a good time, so I didn't have to wait in line too long, but they did. I had everything together. I showed them. They asked me, do you have this, all the 4 things you need. You know, your old passport, a check, your photos, and the document. And I had it all. I was ready. I was like, this is the address, and they gave me a shipping label and was like, okay, well, you need to put all this in an envelope and put the label on and just have it closed and ready so you could go over there and get back in line. And I was like, in the time you asked me all that, I could have filled out the little shipping address. Like I could have filled out my address and filled out the address I was shipping to, but you know what? I was like, it's all good. It wasn't just me. At first I was like, I feel personally victimized because you just walk through this whole process. The lady in front of me was renewing her passport too. She was an older lady, so they had to tell her everything and write out everything she needed. That took a little bit of time, like maybe 15 minutes. I'm a very patient person, so you know, I understand like with customer service, sometimes you gotta help people, you gotta be patient. But then I went up and I had everything together and I was so excited because I was like, oh, you were just telling her all these things, so I could double check. And then she went over them with me and I was like, I have them. And then she was like, all right, back of the line. I was like, okay. But it's all good. I went to the back of the line and that gave me time because it was a short line. They closed in the middle of the day, so it was no one really there. It was only 5 people ahead of me just waiting. And when I went back around, it was maybe 4 more people waiting, and it was pretty quick. I did do expedited, which was an additional $28 on top of like the other expedited fees that I wrote into the check, which is all good because I'm just trying to get that done quickly just in case, you know, so hopefully it'll be back before the new year, just in case I get further in that flight attendant process and just in case I want to travel. I don't know. So I went back through. I went to a different person and again I was just like, can I get tracking information? He was like, it's expedited, so that's exactly what you're gonna get. It's on the receipt. I was like, yes sir, thank you. Yes sir, thank you. Okay. And so he gave me my tracking information. It took about, when did I go? Like Wednesday. It's like Sunday now. It just arrived on Saturday, so it took maybe a day or 2 to get there, and it says that it was picked up, so now it's just a matter of them going through the process. I forgot to mention there's a part where you can stick your photo to the application, and I think you can also include, I also included 2 other little pictures just in case they needed one to actually copy for the passport and one just for their documentation, and hopefully it gets approved. Like I said, you know, there's multiple different sites that you could go to if you want to go and make sure that it'll get approved. You could pay, it's usually up to like $15, $16. And at the CVS kiosk, they also did have an option where you can do just passport, just take a regular photo and they'll crop it and cut it for you, which again, I spent so much money for it to be expedited and everything. I just wanted to do as simple as possible if I could, so you know, I'm hoping that everything's approved and I could get it back by hopefully before December. It should be 7 to 9 weeks. Today I am just gonna go, my boyfriend has a concert, an orchestra concert, because he plays with one of the local symphony orchestras here. I'm gonna go to his show and it's Western themed, so y'all I just want to show you my outfit before I go because I'm about to head out in a second. I got my my Southern girl boots on. It's gonna slowly come down. I just have like a button up. These cute cowgirl boots that I got from TJ Maxx. I've never owned a pair of cowgirl boots because I don't consider myself a Southern girl, but I was like, I live in Georgia, so I might as well just go ahead and get a pair. Because you never know. And I have some friends in Tennessee who just recommend always having a pair of cowgirl boots. I don't know. I just got a pair. So I'm going to wear them because it's Western themed. And I'm probably going to be the only one who's wearing anything Western themed. But I don't mind being extra because that's just in my DNA. So if you watched this whole video, thank you for watching this with me. I really don't know what is gonna happen for me and just on this career, finding a career in my late 20s journey. I just got paid for the commercial that I had done a month ago, so I'm feeling like a new energy and like a new woman, which is what I really want, is just to feel kind of accomplished and stable. So I feel really good that I can be building my savings, and I'm hoping that I could still do this acting stuff and it'll pick up eventually soon, hopefully. And if not, I'm hoping that the flight attendant process will be good to me, and I know that that might take a couple of tries, so I'm willing to put in the time and effort for that as well, just because yeah, because I want something for myself and I want to enjoy my life and have a fulfilling job. I hope that this video was helpful to anybody who's watching. I'm on this journey with you, whether you're becoming a flight attendant or just in your late 20s, confused about life and looking for a career. And whatever happens, happens. I am a happy camper because I got paid. And so yes, I'm gonna just go and enjoy my day and leave out for this concert. And if you made it this far and you watched this whole video, I know it's my family members and some friends I've met from all of my journeys and all of the back in the days. Thank you for watching, girl. Text me, call me. Hello, I love you, I miss you. And to anybody who's new who's watching this, I love you. Thank you for being here. Please message me, leave a comment, talk to me. I am lonely. That's all I have for you today, and I just wanted to do a little check-in and conclusion for the video, let you know how it's going, and maybe I'll do some updates if anybody watches this or is interested or has questions. Maybe I'll do some updates just to let you know how the process is going for my application, and also just how it's going for my passport renewal. If you're here just because you want to renew your passport, I'll let you know how the process went for me and update you. But that's all I have for today, once again. And thank you for watching. I love you so much. Welcome to my channel. Please feel free to subscribe and like this video if you'd like. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.